Over the past couple of years, I've been using some pretty cheap mice. I never really thought that that was something I'd want to spend a lot of money on, just because it's a little thing that sits in my hand. But as I started using my computer more and more, and when I got more into playing video games, I realized that ergonomics and speed of my mouse is actually a little bit more important than I used to think. So I found the Logitech G900 Chaos Spectrum, and I got it and I've been loving it. So today I thought I would unbox it for you guys and talk a little bit about it. So here we have the product. It looks nice on the outside already. On the back it has a little bit of features that it talks about. So it's got 1 millisecond response time, both wired and wireless. It has a high accuracy optical sensor on it, and it has up to 32 hours of wireless use. And it also is ambidextrous. If you like using your mouse with your left or your right hand, this is the mouse for you because it can support left or right, even with its special features that I'll be showing soon. So to open it up, we've got this sleeve, and we're greeted with the Logitech logo like this. So it opens up like a little clam, and what a beautiful unboxing this is. I almost feel like there should be steam coming out because of how sci-fi this looks. This is the mouse itself, feels good in the hand. The buttons are nice and clicky. We have the obvious normal left and right click. We have a scroll wheel with a scroll wheel lock. The scroll wheel has 2 buttons, one left and right. Then we have the DPI buttons above that. And then on this side we have your usual forward and backwards button. And then on the other side we can add more buttons here if we want, and those are hidden down here. So we open this up and we're greeted with some product information. This shows the product contents, how to get your computer set up with the dongle, and how to use the dongle. Then we have the cable. Logitech was nice enough to add a little cable tie onto this cable. It's a USB 2 cable with a micro USB cable on the end. And it also has these 2 wings on it, so that these 2 wings help you line up the USB port so that it doesn't get bent out as easily as it would without them. And then finally we have this little plastic box. Inside we're greeted with some more cool sci-fi looking packaging with this little brick. And then we've got these replacements for the side buttons. So this goes on the left side if you don't want the buttons, and this is just a bumper to hide the actual buttons themselves. So that's what's currently on the right side. But then over here we have the actual buttons that can go in place of this. So it's not the easiest way to get off, but once you peel it off, you'll see that it's magnetic. And then we just take our button, line it up, and then it gets magnetized to the seat in that position. We can put the other one back in, and now we have side buttons on both sides. So you can put on the left side or the right side or both or neither if that's how you feel. And then you can store these extras in this little pouch when you're not using them. And then we come to this little brick. So inside we have the typical wireless mouse dongle that you would normally see with a wireless mouse. Then we have a converter from USB-A to micro USB, so that way we can clip the dongle into the USB-A side, unplug our mouse, and then plug the cable into the micro USB side. And then using this brick, we can switch from wired to wireless with no issues. Just make sure that your mouse is on, and then we were greeted with some lights. And then it's a wireless mouse, and you don't need to unplug the cable from your computer. You don't need to reach down and put the dongle in. You just have to replace the end of this cable. So if your mouse starts dying when it's in wireless mode, you can unplug the dongle and then plug your mouse back in. It charges while acting as a wired mouse all at the same time. As for the feel, it's a nice matte black, smooth finish on the hand rest and the finger buttons as well. The scroll wheel feels nice and clicky when you want it to be, but then you can also unclick that and the wheel just keeps rolling. The wheel is very loose and it rolls for a while, so that helps me. For example, in Premiere, I can scroll left and right through my timeline nice and quick with that. So you'll notice that there's some nice RGB on this. With the Logitech Hub software, we can control this and speed it up or slow it down or turn it off if you don't want it. And then within that app as well, we can go into the actual settings of the mouse, and inside of this app, it's a beast. You can remap every button. You can even remove the left and right click if you want for some reason. Maybe if you have two mice, you just want this mouse to be a macro mouse for some reason. I don't know, it's up to you. But you can add all kinds of functions to each button. You can map a button on this mouse to a key on your keyboard. In the software, you can also change your default DPI settings so that when you use the DPI buttons on your mouse, it'll go between these settings that you have already saved. So if the fastest DPI setting that it comes with default isn't fast enough for you, you can move that up to be even faster or slower in the app, and then it'll be saved. If you're looking for a new mouse, I would highly recommend this because I have had no complaints with this mouse. I honestly feel that it's improved my workflow and sped up my work in general, and this is not a sponsored product. I'm definitely happy I got it. If you like this video, please leave a big thumbs up. I do have another Logitech product coming up soon, so be sure you're subscribed and click the bell so you don't miss that video. Let me know what you think of this mouse in the comments below, and thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.